question you've never been asked. Can you pitch me the movie in 45 seconds?
I would love to. It is a film about a young lawyer, played by myself, called Arthur Kipps, who is given a very, on the surface of it, very boring, tedious job to do. He's being sent to a small town in rural England to collect and organise the paperwork of a recently deceased woman. He gets there and within moments of arriving at the house, he starts to be tormented by the ghost of an angry, vengeful woman.
Ich kann nicht einfach abreisen.
The first release, at least in Germany, after the Harry Potter movies. And what draw you to a horror movie, and what draw you especially to a rather old-fashioned horror movie in a time where there's a lot of torture porn movies and like the Saw movies. Could you imagine yourself doing that kind of movie, or was it specific that you like to do a more old-fashioned?
I think one of the things that struck me when I read the script for this, which was one of the things that I loved, was, you know, it's a horror film, but it's driven by characters. It's the characters feel real and the relationships feel real, and ultimately James, our director, knows that there's no value in having a character in danger unless the audience care about that character. The Saw films and the kind of torture porn stuff, I don't think I would be as into. I like the fact that this is slightly slower burning and slightly more about suggestion and lets your own imagination kind of run wild. So no, I'm not sure I'll be going down the Saw route anytime soon. But no, I mean, but I have to say, as well as this being an old-fashioned film, what's good is that it's written by Jane Goldman. So whereas the original...
Sie hätten verschwinden sollen. Sie hätten abreisen sollen, als wir es Ihnen gesagt haben.
Sie haben doch einen Sohn. Gehen Sie zurück zu ihm. Vergib niemals.
I grew up on all the old-fashioned Hammer movies. I don't know, have you any favorite Hammer films?
But Dracula was always the film that we watched at the end of school term. That was like, we had it in the television cupboard, and you know, that's so that was one that we watched a lot. And there's no doubt in my mind that had this film been made then, Peter Cushing would have definitely beaten me for this role, because it's very much a Peter Cushing type. Yeah, but it's a lovely thing. You know, I've worked in the British film industry my whole life, so to be now at a point where I'm working with a very prestigious British company is very exciting.
Could you see yourself doing that kind of roles more often, like Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing did?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's a sequel to this one, but certainly, I mean, I can certainly see myself working with Hammer again. I mean, I've very much enjoyed it.
What frightens you in the movies?
In movies? Oh, well, the most frightening thing, I think the biggest chill that's ever run down my spine was the red. I always used to have a really weird fear as a kid of being buried alive. I don't know where that comes from, but I was always terrified of that idea. So those kind of things scare me, but they're man-scary movies.
Hören Sie auf, ein Phantom zu jagen.